The next movements, which I will name, explain, have demonstrated, and which you will conduct practical work on are counting off, prepare slings, stack arms, and take arms. Counting off is used so that each member of the squad can independently identify their exact location in the formation. Prepare slings is used to adjust the slings for the insertion of other carbines. Stack arms is used to ground the carbines in a uniform manner and to prevent damage to the front sight assembly. Take arms is used to return the carbine to its original owner. The commands for these movements are count off, prepare slings, stack arms, and take arms. Count off, prepare slings, stack arms, and take arms are two-part commands. Count, prepare, stack, and take are the preparatory commands. Off, slings, and arms are the commands of execution. When given, these commands are as follows: count off, prepare slings, stack arms, take arms. Demonstrators, post. I will use the taught-through method of instruction. The squad members execute stack and take arms from their position in the line formation at normal interval from order arms. Note: when the squad is part of a larger unit, stack arms may be executed in a column formation when the formation consists of 3 or more files and the squads are at normal interval. Second or third squad is designated as the stack squad. Note: M4 series carbines are not compatible with the M16 series rifle when stacking arms. The two types of carbines must be stacked separately or grounded in a manner that will not damage the sights. Counting off is executed in the same manner as previously described while in a line and column formation. When in line formation, the squad leader commands count off and then designated the stack man by numbers. Count off. Numbers 258. You are the stack man. After the stack men are designated, the squad leader then commands prepare slings. On the command of execution, slings or prepare slings, each stack man or stack squad reaches across the body with the left hand and grasps the handguard just above the slip ring. With the right hand, he places the butt on the right hip and cradles the carbine in the crook of the right arm. Using both hands, he adjusts the sling keeper so that 2-inch loop is formed from the sling keeper to the upper sling swivel. As soon as the loop is prepared, he returns to order arms. When all stack men have returned to order arms, the squad leader commands stack arms. On the command of execution arms of stack arms, each stack man reaches across the body with the left hand and grasps the hand guards just above the slip ring. The stack man then grasps the barrel of his carbine with his right hand and places the carbine directly in front of and centered on his body with the sling side to the front. The butt, fully extended, is placed on the marching surface so that the heel of the butt or side of the butt, if the sling is side mounted, is on line with the toes of his foot gear. The stack man bends deeply forward at the waist and grasps his carbine with his left hand at the upper portion of the handguard, keeping the carbine vertical at all times. The first 2 fingers of the left hand hold the inner part of the loop against the carbine. The stack man reaches across the front of the carbine with his right hand, grasps the outer part of the loop, and holds it open for insertion of other carbines. On the command of execution arms, the soldiers to the right and left of the stack man performs the following movements simultaneously. The man on the stack man's right reaches across the body with the left hand and grasps the handguard. He releases the grasp of the right hand and regrasps the carbine at the small of the stock. He lowers both arms with elbows locked, holding the carbine in a horizontal position with the muzzle to the left and the magazine well to the front. The man on the stack man's left reaches across the body with the left hand and grasps the carbine at the small of the stock. Releases the right hand and regrasps the handguard. He then lowers both arms with elbows locked, holding the carbine in a horizontal position with the muzzle to the right and magazine well to the front. As soon as the stack man has placed his carbine in position, both soldiers move the foot nearest the stack man's halfway, half right or half left, toward the stack man. The soldier on the stack man's left inserts the muzzle of his carbine into the loop to a point about halfway between the flash suppressor and the front sight assembly. He holds his carbine in this position until the soldier on the stackman's right inserts the muzzle of his carbine in a similar manner and above the other muzzle. Without moving the feet, both soldiers swing the butt of their carbines out and then down to the marching surface, making the stack tight with the butts on line and about 1 foot from the baseline. When the stack has been completed, all 3 soldiers resume the position of attention. Additional carbines are passed to the nearest stack on the right or left if stacked in a column. The soldiers with additional carbines grasp the handguards with the left hand, releases the grasp of the right hand, and regrasps the carbine at the barrel. The soldiers release the grasp of the left hand and raise the carbine vertically with the magazine well to the front. Wrist held shoulder high, elbow locked, and right arm extended to the right front. Throughout the pass, the carbine is held vertical with magazine well to the front. The soldier to the left of the stack man then grasps the carbine at the handguard with his left hand. The man passing the additional carbine then releases the carbine and sharply returns the position of attention. The man to the left of the stack man then moves the carbine to the right until it is centered on his body, and he grasps the barrel with his right hand. Wrist held shoulder high and elbow locked. He then releases the left hand and sharply returns his left hand to the left side as in the position of attention. He then moves the carbine to his right front. The stack man receives the carbine and centers it in the same manner as previously described. The soldier to the left of the stack man sharply returns to the position of attention after he releases the carbine. Once the stack man has centered the carbine and grasped the barrel with the right hand, he bends forward at the waist and places the carbine in the stack so that it is secure without damaging the front sight assembly. The stack man then returns to the position of attention. If there are 2 additional carbines, the second carbine is passed in the same manner as the first. To return the carbines to their original owners, the command is take arms. On the command of execution arms of take arms, the soldiers return the additional carbines in the same manner as the carbines were received. The stackman secures the stack and holds the loop in the same manner as for stacking arms. The soldiers on the left and right step toward the stackman in the same manner as when stacking arms. Each soldier reaches down and regrasps his carbine, one hand at the small of the stock and one at the handguard, and brings it to the horizontal position. The soldier on the right frees his carbine first and resumes order arms. The soldier on the left frees his carbine and resumes order arms. The stackman cradles his carbine and adjusts the sling and sling keeper to its original position and then resumes order arms. At normal cadence, these movements would look as follows. Count off. Numbers 2, 5, 8. You are the stackman. Prepare slings. Stack arms. Take arms. At ease. What are your questions pertaining to these movements when executed at normal cadence or using the taught-through method of instruction? Demonstrators, attention! You will now become my assistant instructors. Fall out.